Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a little fair market value, kind of, for this past week's mystery boxes. $399 mystery boxes from Funkybop. We came in good. I mean, this was $370, practically paid for the box. This was $550, overpaid for the box. So we did well. I chose not to do the fluff pops just because, I mean, $16, $15, $20 Funko Pops. Why do it, right? It just doesn't make sense. And the custom, again, what do you... no need. I figure we'd do the history of these, see what they are. Remember, this is just an eye-opening experience to what does it truly value at. That's the key. What's it really truly valued at? Now, as of making this video, I think we should go and just see what are our Hobby DB prices currently on these bad boys. So let's look up the 1,000-piece glow-in-the-dark Jolly Roger. Again, these are quote-unquote Grail piece Funko Pops. You know, they truly are. Jolly Roger currently right now, 370 buckaroos. At one time, this thing peaked into the $600 range. Earlier, actually the end of 2023 was about $550, dipped down, dips back, and currently sitting at $370. So kind of a low for this Funko Pop. Again, Hobby DB, not a lot of history on it. You know, it shows one sold in the last 90 days for $320, one in the 80 days for $415. So, you know, I mean, the history on it in Hobby DB, you know, I'd say for Hobby DB, you got to get better, especially with people paying you money month or yearly for this and monthly. Got to get a little better numbers, but $370, all right. Now this one, I remember having this one at one time. This one currently right now, so this currently right now at time of boxing was $550. At time of doing this video is $520. But I figure I'd take you with me. Alright, so the Freddy has gone down about 30 bucks, $520. Now, what I can tell you about this one, at one time, because I remember having this at one time, I forget where I got it. I think it was a Nerdy Newt mystery box. But at one time, this puppy back in, actually about 2021, was hitting the $1,400 marks. Right, then dropped down to like 1,120 early 2023, hovering down in the 8 range, dropping as low as the 4 range to where it sits now, you know, 520. Again, it shows a 1 day, in the past 7 days, one sale at 525, and 90 days, one sale at 500. And we all know those numbers, they just... it's just not true what sales are, right? It just doesn't work, right? So what I like to do is take everyone on the journey and we go to eBay. Now remember, eBay does fees. We'll talk about that a little later. But I figure it's always good to go to eBay, see what things are working with, and let's do it right now. Alright, so let's start off with the Jolly Roger Funko Glow 258. Alright, let's see what we got. So there you can see the glow. It's a pretty nice glow. There's one. Now obviously there's a Disney Parks one, no glow. There's 400, 360, 424, you know, 450. That's what people are listing it for, right? A lot of 5s. 450s. Remember PPG at 370. Let's see what it really sells for and how many have sold. Always a good thing to see that point. So sold listings, let's see what we got. Not a lot, you know. So right off the bat, we are the end of November filming this. The last one here that sold was September 5th, 2024. So I mean, you're literally going almost a little over 2 months, 2.5 months since one actually sold. And $349.99 was the price, and it was a line through it, which means it's best offer, which means you don't know what it sold for. Previous, there's one September 5th, $320. There's one, 224 with 27 bids in October. So overall, not a lot of sales, not great sales. You know, you're looking, I mean, honestly guys, when you're, and this is from China, so right off the bat, that one, I'm going to just exclude completely. That could be Fugazi. You know what I mean? Just we're going to go there. I mean, here's one, $320. Had a good number of bids on it. So there's 320, there's 340. So in reality, you're probably, I'll be nice and say $320, right? So a lot of them listed. Says 370, more like 320, you know. So that's what I'd say for Jolly Roger. Now Freddy is C3PO. Let's see what we got there. So we got Freddy Funko as C3PO. Let's see what we got. There's $600. There's one for $363. That has damage, a damage box. There's $400. Not a lot listed. You know, granted, it is a 520 piece, so a lot lower in piece count. So only really 2 listed. Let's see, have any sold? So, first one off the bat, a recent one sold, $255 at 9 bids. That's almost 50% below PPG value. Here's another one sold for $159. Now, the second one, that's China. We're not even talk about it. Same thing with that one. I'm gonna go Fugazi on something like that. Just saying. So here's one, $350. Ugh. Again, not gonna even talk the Chinese ones. There's one for $310. $430 best offer. So right off the bat, I would say, you know, the 520 mark, not sure I'm buying it. I think this one might be in the 3. Oof. I mean, the numbers are saying it's in the $300 to $350 range. So that's about $200 less of PPG value than this puppy. So also remember, if you look at any of these guys, you also have to take into account you're going to lose about 13% with eBay fees. So take that into account. And let's just play with Mcari, right? Let's just play with Mcari and just see. Freddy Funko as C3PO. Let's see what we got there. So here you got a lot bigger prices, right? A lot bigger prices. But I want to see if any sold. And one sold $400, one sold $350, one sold $525, one sold for $450. So if we look at these dates on this, there's one that's a year ago. Here's one almost a year ago. $350. This one was in May of this past year. Here's a $400 May of this past year. So right off the top, C3PO, not a lot of sales when you get to Mcari, right? Not a lot of sales. So let's see. Since we looked up one, we'll look up the other. Jolly Roger Funko Glow. And right off the bat, you do have some. Actually, probably a lot more here on Mcari than you had over on eBay. Again, a lot of the Disney Parks one. Let's see, sold. And you got nothing. No history of sold ones on that one. So there, guys, is a very good barometer of where you are true value. Now, granted, $550, then it goes down to $520. In reality, probably, what could I see out of this pop after fees? I might only see $300 on this one. So even though it looked like it was a $150, you know, above average hit, in reality, it's probably a loss. fair market value. Those are the numbers. It's plain. It's black and white, guys. You saw the video. Jolly Roger, again, 370. In reality, probably 300 to 320, and that might be before fees. So I might even be less than 300 on it on this bad boy. And those are just the numbers, guys. Like I said, HobbyDB can only do the information they're given, and sometimes, as you can see, numbers really aren't accurate. Now, it begs to differ that if you're paying 30 bucks or a monthly fee to HobbyDB, how can I just go on very briefly and see all these sales and give you a pretty good number? They can't, right? There's a lot of pops, I get it, and it's free people doing it, I get it. But if you're going to start charging people, then you got to start getting better with your information, right? You just should. Just me. I pay $30 a year for it, just saying. Hopefully you enjoy these videos. Hopefully you find them informative, educational. Again, a lot of things are subjective, and truly, what isn't subjective is what people truly pay for it. And that's what I try to show you. This is what true sales are showing, right? It just truly is. There's not a lot of sales on these things. But the sales that are there, they're not the greatest. And they don't line up too great with PPG. Just saying. The proof's in the pudding, right? Proof's in the pudding. Hopefully you find these videos informative. You enjoy them. I enjoy making them for you. Please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And hey, we'll see you on the next unboxing and fair market value on the next one. I'm the LUAU. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys.